tonight's game against Marseille is possibly a draw. Even though Mohamed Salah is back now, right? I don't know. Possibly it is draw, because I can't see any win. I have no confidence at the moment in the team, and Arne Slot has to go, and we need to bring him. My preferred choice would be Luis Enrique. Yes, Xabi Alonso is good, and he'll turn it around. I think Xabi Alonso he's willing to give everybody a chance. He'll work with the youth as well. You might see Rio a bit more now if he comes in, right? But I have no confidence in Arne Slot whatsoever. And tonight's game, I do feel it'll be another draw. Because Arne Slot, as a manager, he should be gone by now. Our board needs to, lift their balls and go, do you know what? Arne Slot, you've done enough. You screwed us over. Bye-bye. It's just our owners, FSG, they left it to, Richard Hughes and Michael Edwards. And they're not really bothered. Because they're not fans, are they? They have no passion, no desire for that team to do anything, right? So they're just working there. They've got 18 months. I personally have no faith in them either, that they can do any better. Yes, Arne Slot won the league in his first season. But that was because, it was unpredictable, right? And that season, if you look at it, right, Trent Alexander and Mohamed Salah, mainly the ones who really, won us every game. They made the difference. Now, if Salah comes back, possibly we can have a great end to the season. At least making that top four, right? And as I've heard from everywhere, the Arne Slot will be gone by summer, which I'm glad, and I do hope they go for Luis Enrique, because I don't think any other manager is good enough. He's the best. Luis Enrique is the best manager currently in European football. I mean, I do fancy PSG to, retain the Champions League trophy this season, because PSG are the best team at the moment in the tournament. They are current champions of Europe. So I do think if we get Luis Enrique end of the season, I think next season will be great. This Arsenal side wouldn't be anywhere near us. We get him. We do need few additions, and as Guai, Martin's Guai, I'm not really bothered about him. What I think is we need talent. And if we can find talent which costs less, it doesn't really matter. The price does not make the player the greatest or not the greatest, right? And I do think, we need to look for talent. And they're all young kids, yes. We've got this Italian defender, he's out injured, Leone, right? He's going to come back, right? There'll be a few others they'll sign in summer as well. So I wouldn't worry about Mark White. Let him go. He was never our player. The only reason he's gone to Man City, right? Liverpool did not push hard enough. And if they did, he would have accepted 200 grand a week and come to us. But, why pay 20 million quid when you get him for free in the summer? That's stupidity. And I think on that, the club is right. We shouldn't bother about, these players who maybe possibly don't want to come to us, right? They're looking for money. I don't blame him. If I was working somewhere and the same profession, somebody offered me more money, I'd go. I'd choose, listen, this day and age, I've got no grudge against him and I won't never boo him. It's his choice. And this is the fault of Liverpool, right? The main culprit in all of this is, right, Arne Slot. He has to go. And I think it's a huge mistake also letting Elliott go on loan at Aston Villa, where he's not going to get a game. He'll be back in the summer. And what's the point? It's disgraceful by, Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes. Listen to Arne Slot. Yeah, he's won the league, but you should be doing that business. Say, look, He's our talent. Arne Slot does not give youngsters, the chance. Rio Chiesa is a top quality player. Just because it was Michael Edward and Richard Hughes signing, that doesn't mean Arne Slot has the right to say, oh, well, no. If Arne Slot was winning and still being top of the league and retaining the title, then no problem. But he isn't, right? So I think a lot of these fans, need to understand FSG are not, they're standing behind the manager. They should be saying to the board, look, get rid of the manager. Because this season, right, we are laughing stock because of our manager. Opposition, I've got nothing against the opposition. They laugh at us because of our board, our owners. If I was owner of that club, every penny that comes in, I will invest into building the team, the best team. I want us to win the Premier League every year, right? If we can't at least compete and be there, right? It's not possible, okay, to win every year, but at least compete. And we don't look like competing. Even Aston Villa is a better side than us. Look, they're 5 or 6 points ahead of us. And we still go to Villa Park. And I don't expect us to get anything out of the Villa Park. We've seen this in recent years. We're bad. Champions League is a possibility. Why? Because anything is possible, right? So, anybody who says otherwise,